Oh my gosh. I learned about myself. You know what? Florence is so self-possessed. I was not that self-possessed. I think actually I realized, wow, I have a lot of work to do on myself when I worked with Florence. I was like, she's got such a healthy ego and is like in her skin. It's one of the things about Florence that I think the audience also responds to in this character. She's very much what you see is what you get. She is herself. Like all the different sides of her there are out there, and she's not judging herself, and I love that about her, and I would love to be more like that.
Aww,
love that.
What are the steps I take?
It's not more about learning about myself. It was more that I think I'd never been in quite a position like that where I could watch a woman as successful as she was be such a boss, and what that required to be, and what requires from you to be such a boss. And I think something that I really loved, she produced this film. She's been working on it for a really long time. She's starring in it. It was awesome to see this woman take charge of a set and say no and pause at times to discuss things that need to be discussed and not be pressured into filming something just because we're running out of time. And I think that's something that maybe definitely as a woman you learn a lot later on. And it was just really lovely to see this like legend just basically run this set. And just to take notes from that and watch that and see that that's awesome and people respected that, and there's a reason why she is so fantastic, and it's because of that. So yeah, I think my version was just like, wow, I've got a lot of taking notes to do, and what a person to do that from.
Well, I do think the film is inherently female, partly because of Kate Shortland directing it. It definitely has, it sheds light on a, on an imbalance, I think, that women feel like inherently because of how our society has been forever, thousands and thousands of years. And, the movie is about the subjugation of women and, the trauma that we have to help one another out of. It's a film about women lifting one another up so that they may thrive. I mean, I don't think that you can really take that out of this film because it is an ingredient there. And it's about time too. I kind of don't want it to not there. I don't know if I said that right. Because it's important, it's an important piece of all this. It's an important piece of moving away from having that need to be a part of it too.
I don't know. Isn't that sad? You go first, Scarlett. I need to do some deep thinking.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think you have to be as a woman, you have to be all the time. Because we are undermined and underserved and underappreciated and underpaid, and you have to be your own ally. My mom instilled that in me from when I was really, really young, because of course she'd experienced it even more severely than I did. And, equal pay is a huge part of that fight. When I was a teenager in the industry, or a young woman, I should say, my mom, would have those conversations like, why is she not getting, it had never had anything to do, there was always these like these little key terms like, bankability and, box office draw. And those are all terms that are basically masquerading as sexism. It never had anything to do with those things. And if there ever was, it was also part of the systemic issue that, you know, a woman could not be as bankable or have a same box office draw. It was, and my mom refused that and instilled in me, no, you have to fight that. You know, don't see, you know, you're desirable because of your work. And that's, you know, that's where your value is. It's in your talent and has nothing to do with your gender, and don't let anybody make you feel that way. So I think it really, you know, it's a constant fight. I'm still fighting that damn fight. We all are.